Well, if I keep following those arrows, I'll lose my senses. They're only making me dizzy.
Oh, don't worry. If you observe carefully, there are only 3 and 6 carbon compounds mentioned in the cycle. You need not memorize their actual names at all.
Oh, I had no such plans to do so either.
Okay, so let's move on. The cycle can be mind-boggling if you simply try to mug it up or are not properly guided. If you really study each of the reactions one by one, then it's not that complicated.
Then please guide me through it, teacher. I am counting on you.
Sure, but do not forget that in any cyclic process there is always a starting point and an end point, and we are looking at the output of the cycle with a special focus on the hydrogen carrier, the NAD.
All right.
Let me walk you through the steps and reactions of the cycle. The starting point is the 2-carbon acetyl group and 4-carbon oxaloacetate, which combine to form 6-carbon citrate. The citrate passes through its intermediate stage and is then decarboxylated and dehydrogenated to form a 5-carbon compound. The carbon dioxide released due to decarboxylation is given off through our lungs, while the liberated hydrogen is carried by the NAD, which gets converted to reduced NAD. But do not forget, the formation of reduced NAD indicates dehydrogenation of the main reactant. Again, the 5-carbon compound is decarboxylated and dehydrogenated, liberating carbon dioxide and yielding reduced NAD. But this time, a 4-carbon compound is produced. Now, the 4-carbon compound, through its intermediate stages, finally gets oxidized to regenerate oxaloacetate by enzyme-catalyzed reactions. During this conversion, one molecule each of ATP, reduced FAD, and reduced NAD are formed. Remember, FAD is also a coenzyme that is functionally similar to NAD in carrying hydrogen atoms. Reduced FAD is also a functional equivalent of reduced NAD. The ATP is formed as a result of substrate-level phosphorylation. The new molecule, reduced FAD, which is functionally similar to reduced NAD, is a unique product of the Krebs cycle. Now, as the oxaloacetate is regenerated, the next cycle continues in the same way again. Take note that at each turn of the cycle, 2 carbon dioxide molecules, 1 ATP molecule, 1 reduced FAD, and 3 reduced NAD molecules are produced as end products.
Whoa, the bigger the process, the more the products. That makes sense though. But teacher, I have a feeling that from the energy's point of view, glycolysis is more important than the Krebs cycle, right?
What makes you think so?
Well, one turn of the Krebs cycle produces only 1 ATP, but one run of glycolysis gives a net yield of 2 ATPs.
That's a very smart observation. Keep in mind that per molecule of glucose, the net yield of 2 ATP is produced from one run of glycolysis. However, since one glucose molecule yields 2 acetyl molecules, the Krebs cycle takes 2 turns to process these 2 acetyl molecules. So have a glance at this.
Ah, I get it now.
Also, remember that the Krebs cycle's biggest contribution to the cell's energetics is the release of hydrogen.
Release of hydrogen?
Yes. Don't you remember the NAD and the FAD, the hydrogen carriers?
Oh, of course. I remember the natties and fatties. After carrying hydrogen, they become reduced and are called reduced NAD and reduced FAD.
I don't think the nicknames are a good idea, but whatever floats your boat. Now, let's discuss how the Krebs cycle helps cellular energetics. It is the production of the reduced NAD and the reduced FAD that are used for ATP synthesis in the next stage of aerobic respiration, which is
the oxidative phosphorylation.
Exactly.
But it's kind of weird.
What is?
You mentioned that the Krebs cycle is an aerobic process, but oxygen seems to play no role in the cycle.
Good observation. Although the Krebs cycle is a part of aerobic respiration, it makes no use of molecular oxygen. You'll see oxygen playing a great role in the oxidative phosphorylation process.
I see. Yeah, the oxidative in its name suggests so. Phosphorylation in the presence of oxygen is oxidative phosphorylation.
Want to learn more? We have additional learning resources to offer for Cambridge IGCSE and AS A-level subjects. Register now for free.